I cheated on my girlfriend in Resident Evil. I just really want like Xeno.
Oh, Zeno's
Babe, you
such
don't
a
understand.
bad boy.
Xeno is real. He's such a bad boy.
He's such a bad boy. He's my
Oh,
little
Gideon,
zesty
move
kitten.
over.
He's my little zesty kitten.
Oh god, we gotta talk about the fucking Gideon mods. Do you want me to intro?
Yeah, you're better at it.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Moth on the Wall with me, Midori, and my co-host.
Eris.
Thank you, Eris. Thank you for that
That
robotic Eris.
was the plan,
Insert
bro.
name. Insert name here, Eris.
Eris. I thought you
We're
were just gonna say my name, you bitch.
well, I wanted you to introduce yourself, but I was good. I was
I
throwing you a
did.
ball.
Eris.
Eris, me, Midori. Welcome to another episode. This one's going to be themed about Resident Evil because, as you may be aware, a new Resident Evil came out, Resident Evil 9 Requiem, and we've both been really enjoying it. In fact, I believe you've been speedrunning it constantly, haven't you?
Uh,
You good?
uh,
Oh my god, she died.
sorry. Sorry, I had to close my window for a second. I forgot it was still open. Yeah, I've been speedrunning it.
We can't let the neighbors hear us talking about Gideon.
No, it's not. The neighbors probably wouldn't hear me. No one has their windows open right now. It's cold. I just had to open it because it was stinking in here. It
Mm,
stank!
stank of Wesker. Mm.
Oh. But yeah,
Don't moan when
I've
I say
been
that.
I've been speedrunning.
How's that been going?
Everyone always asks me how it's going. Like I'm just speedrunning, bro. I don't know how to answer that question.
Well,
Like,
I feel like there's a metric for how well you're doing. Like, are you learning new techs?
well,
Like,
yeah, of
you making
course,
progress?
but like you're gonna probably make progress after a day of speedrunning. So of course I'm making progress.
Yeah. So how has your progress been compared to how you think it should be? Like, are you
Um,
reaching like your like goals, or do you think you're lagging behind where you should
well,
be?
I can't really say if I'm gonna reach my goals yet because I'm only done the care center so far. But I got better like by 10 minutes.
That's really good.
Yeah, 10 minutes are 10 fucking minutes.
You're doing the casual no intro thing, aren't you?
Yeah,
Where you skip the intro with Grace, where you walk, and then
yeah,
you skip the getting the lighter. So you
yeah,
basically start with the lighter. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. That sounds pretty good. We should actually probably talk about what Requiem is for people who don't know.
Do we
'Cause
just
there's
talk
probably
about Requiem or do we introduce the Resident Evil series overall? Because I think introducing the whole series is a good start. Because
yeah, I
like
think we can like branch into it. Yeah.
the start is very important to like what Requiem is. Because guys,
Well,
we're
before we
in
start jump into
what?
that, I was just gonna say, how about we just talk about our experience with Resident
No,
Evil?
we should introduce Resident Evil first.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Okay, so Resident Evil, right, is a video game that was made. I think '98 was the first one, right? '98.
Oh, it's very old. It's like PlayStation
It's
era.
yeah. '98 should be around the time. Don't take
Oh,
any of the like dates for for like as a
a little
fact.
bit of a tangent. I saw a physical copy of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis in a store, a physical copy.
Why did you not buy it for me? Oh fuck. No. Why is
Bitch, it was
this?
like what is that? That was a kissing thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the kissing thing.
Bitch, it was like £30. I'm not buying a fucking £30 game just to ship it to your German ass.
£30 they were ripping you off. I get that shit on
Depending buy
eBay
it.
for $2. You get that shit on
Oh,
eBay for little.
then why aren't you buying it then?
Like, cause I don't have an eBay account.
Fake fan.
Anyways, Resident Evil starts off in Raccoon City. Or well, no, the first one is actually in the outskirts of Raccoon City. In the what was it called again? Was it the Spencer Mansion in the first one? I think so, right?
I have no idea. I've never played the first game.
I think it was the Spencer Mansion in Arklay Mountains. And we
Hmm.
play as the Stars team, which is a special force of Raccoon City. And without spoiling anything, we kind of find zombies.
The game's been out for like 30 plus years.
And
You are free
there's
to
people
spoil it.
who have not played Resident Evil 1 because they're waiting for remakes, because not
Oh,
everyone can play with fixed cameras.
there's people who have watched, they've not watched Avatar, the film. I feel like we could spoil Avatar or like the fucking Titanic.
I
Like,
just
I
don't
feel
want
like,
to spoil too much, okay? Anyways, we find
okay, okay.
zombies. We find zombies in that mansion. We are in
And
danger.
snakes.
And someone backstabs us from our team. Albert Wesker.
Mm. I'm
I
not gonna
mean, they know
spoil.
he's a villain. Everyone knows he's the villain, right? Because even if you haven't played Resident Evil 1, you've played most of them played the following games because they're third person and remake. And everyone knows
Did you
Albert
start with
Wesker
one?
is the. No, I started with the movies.
Oh god, we'll get into the movies later. The movies were a whole other thing.
Hey, the first two were good, yeah? Okay, anyways, later for that,
No.
right? And then in the second game, that is the important part. That's why I wanted to, like, beginning
Mm.
of Resident Evil. I think it's 1996 or something, and Leon S. Kennedy is driving to his new job in Raccoon City at the Raccoon City Police Department. On the way there, he has to put gas in his car so it keeps driving, and he
Wait.
meets Claire Redfield, who, well, is almost bitten by a zombie. Yep.
Oh, so does the remake story kind of align with the original, like closely? I don't really know because I've only played the remake, so I
I
can't really
think
say.
yes, depends on which version of Resident Evil 2 we're talking about. Because in wait, was it Umbrella Chronicles? I think in one of the two Chronicles, there's like a completely new version where Claire and Leon actually walk together most of the time. They even speak with Ada together, and Claire's like super suspicious of her, and it's like, "Hey, Leon, something is wrong with
Oh, I
that
didn't know this.
woman. I don't trust her."
So there's multiple versions of two.
Yeah, I think the part in Chronicles is not like a full game. It's like a game piecing together like Leon kind of, you know. It also has the
Is it
backstory of Krauser in it, I think.
is it like a reimagined alternate timeline kind of thing, or is it more like they were
Listen,
trying to reboot it?
there is no such thing as like alter the timeline in Capcom. They have already stated multiple times everything is canon. So like both Resident Evil 4s are canon for some reason. Like I feel like they just want to avoid plot holes, so
Wait,
they just
both?
say everything is canon. Yeah, they say every single thing is canon in the Resident Evil
So they do go
universe.
to bingo.
They do go bingoing.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Yeah, and in Raccoon City, they find the T virus and the G virus, and that is where we come to Resident Evil Requiem, where we find out that the survivors of Raccoon City are all suffering from symptoms of the T virus, called the Raccoon City syndrome. And that's where the game starts off. Now you can
Okay,
introduce Requiem.
so correct me if I'm wrong. As far as I'm aware, Resident Evil like is the first game like where the origins of Umbrella start with mutations and like genetic like changing things like animals and undead, or was it like they didn't know where they were going until two, where they established like more of
No,
a canon structure
no.
where
So the Spencer Mansion is a Umbrella lab that
mm,
Oswald E. Spencer, that's why it's the Spencer Mansion, was like closer in contact with, you know?
mm,
The actual Umbrella lab is the one under the police station where you go with Leon and Claire.
mm, the hive.
And I think Wesker explained that he wanted to use the Spencer Mansion as like experiment to check how good the Stars members are and if they would survive it. And Wesker developed the Tyrant Model Zero, I think, in the Spencer Mansion. It's the thing that
Mm.
kills him in the end.
Kills. Wait, he dies in the first game.
Yeah, that's how he gets his powers. He has to die so the T virus activates in his body because he only has the progenitor
Oh.
virus beforehand. He got the so in like far back in the 60s, right? Spencer would adopt a bunch
Mm.
of kids and like probably give parents some money so they would like donate the kids for the greater cause. And he would infect a
Typical
bunch of
Twitch streamer.
kids. He would infect a bunch of kids and check which one is the most stable. And he picked 13 kids out of 100, and they all got injected the progenitor virus, and only 2 children survived. That's Alex Wesker and Albert Wesker, and both of them only have the progenitor virus. And the
Alex Wesker.
reason, yeah, Alex Wesker's the woman that we
There's
see
a
in
female
Revelation
Wesker?
2. Yeah, she's in Revelations 2. You should play that
I did
game.
this.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and anyways, progenitor virus doesn't really give you like much powers. It only makes you age slower. And Albert has superhuman strength, but he doesn't have his like fast movements yet, or that he can regenerate and stuff. He does not get
Hmm.
that until Birkin gives him another strand of the T virus, which then Albert lets himself be killed by a tyrant in Resident Evil 1 right at the end and gets reborn. And that's when he gets his red eyes as well.
Hmm.
Yeah. And Alex Wesker also doesn't have her powers because she already had a genetically she had a genetic disease that was like slowly taking down her DNA and stuff.
Oh, so it's like one of those I'm gonna be cured from this deadly disease kind
No,
of situations.
she just thought the progenitor virus gave her more time to like
Okay.
find a what's it called? A like
A cure?
a cure, yeah.
Hmm. Okay, cool. For those who don't, maybe not aware, Wesker is the blonde guy with the sunglasses who like people first over. Cough, cough, Eris, cough. Uh, he's in like, what's he in? He makes an appearance in RE4
Oh,
remake.
zero,
Uh,
zero, Umbrella Chronicles, 1, 4,
6.
5. No, in 6 he
Oh
isn't
yeah,
in
he's in 5,
6.
isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he not?
No, in
Oh,
6 is his son.
he has a son.
Yeah, Jake! It's the
I've not
first
played.
thing you
I've not
find
played
out.
6.
You have to play it. It's like in the intro, she says like that Jake is the son of Albert Wesker and he is the only one that has anti or genes against the T virus because they
Oh,
want to
interesting.
use
Okay.
him to make a cure for
Hmm.
the T virus.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that's the rough origins of. There's probably like video essays online that go really in depth and like go through the
Oh, there
entire
is.
timeline. There is more than like 10 games, including the canon sequels, like one,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that so on. And then there's also the remakes, which are like new games. For instance, like I mentioned, 2 remake is like probably my first game that I played for the series, which got me like interested in the games.
I think mine was 6 because I played it multiplayer.
Wasn't isn't that the worst?
Ah, and the thing is, okay, listen. Like gameplay wise, yes, some of the stories though I thought were better than RE5.
Mhm.
Like for example, Cherry and Jake's story and Chris and Pierce's story, I found so much better than anything Resident Evil 5 has put on the table.
Mm.
You've
I
played
played
Resident Evil 5, right?
yeah, I played it a long time ago, my brother. I think he played more of it than me. This is before I was, like, properly into games, I guess. I've played 2 remake, 4 remake I played on stream. I've watched people play 7. I played a little bit of 5. Uh, 8 I really liked, I played that multiple times. And 9, which is the newest one, which I absolutely love. I think it's my favorite, Resident Evil I played.
My favorite is 4 remake, I think.
4 remake's really good, really good.
4
So yeah,
remake has like a really good story and has really good gameplay.
yeah, they really perfected it, I think,
Yeah,
with
I
it being a
think
cult classic.
like for RE9, right? Like if RE4 is my favorite and a 10 out of 10, RE9 would be a
Mhm.
9 out of 8. At 9 no,
A 9 out
9.8
of
out of
8.
10, sorry. 9.8 out of 10. Stop
Resident Evil
laughing.
9 out of 8.
Anyways, it's like a 9.8 out of 10 because the only thing I hated was that the bosses didn't have like much variety to it, like compared to RE4 where every boss had like a different kind of weakness and a different
Mm.
kind of mechanic, you know. In RE9 it's basically just shoot the weak point.
I mean, isn't that most RE games?
Well, 8 has really like like very big variety of like bosses, like how they work, how they function.
Yeah, like, they make it very kind of puzzly, the fight, like, when you
Yeah.
fight the sisters, and you have to
Mhm.
shoot the lights to get them to freeze, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like, I just want some variety, you know, or
I
four
think
as
7 had some
well.
good ones as well.
Four as well has like also really good variety. Yeah, seven as well. Like, it's just feel like the build up to the bosses, like most of the, I can't even remember like a boss fight that had much of a build up. I feel like even the end boss fight against Gideon was kind of like plot twisty, but also like surprising that we.
We should probably not get too much into spoilers for 9 because it's new.
I
So we'll
mean,
try to avoid that.
yeah.
Because it is like you say, you didn't want to spoil 1, but 9 just came out like a couple months ago.
Well, yeah,
So
but
we'll
more
try not to
people
spoil.
have played 9 than 1.
True,
They had 5
true.
million sales within 2 days.
But some people, like a lot of people like me, probably had a lot of issues playing it, so they probably couldn't enjoy it fully without the patches.
Well, most people just use RE framework.
I have.
Yeah, no, and you had to uninstall it a bunch of times and then reinstall it.
I still can't play it right now. Like, it really frustrates me. I was finishing my professional run, my insanity run, and I shot the last boss with an RPG and the game crashed. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? It literally cooked me at the very end. Oh, I was so pissed off. But we should probably explain what 9 is from the start. So, 9 is a story where it takes place with two characters. One of which is a returning character, Leon Kennedy from 4 and 2. The Dilf Daddy, fucking bicep, fucking. He doesn't punch boulders. What does he do? He opens cabinets with an axe.
He's the backflip man. Like
The
he did.
backflip, yeah.
I'm so
Chainsaw
disappointed.
parrier.
I'm so disappointed in Capcom because Leon was famous for two things. He can't drive a single vehicle without destroying it. Yet the Porsche still stands, and he can't fucking. He
Mhm.
always does a backflip, an unnecessary backflip. He didn't do it either in the game. I'm
I mean,
disappointed, Capcom.
he was trained by Krauser, the fucking like SS ninja.
Yeah, and
The
still
guy with a
unnecessary
backflip,
backflip. Did
fucking.
you see the backflip he did with the twins? That one was an unnecessary backflip. Yeah.
Ladies, I'm a one lady kind of guy.
At least the vehicle destroying. Come on, man. Like make him crash the fucking motorcycle or something. I was
He
expecting
didn't.
it. He crashed
He
everything in the past games.
technically he crashed someone else's motorcycle. That's pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, that's not the same. You know what he did in 6?
What?
Okay, guys, don't listen if you haven't played 6. He crashed a fucking airplane. That's
Did
what
he?
I
Did
mean.
he
He
like?
crashes everything. And the first cutscene is him like driving out of a city. And he crashes the fucking car. The first scene we see in Resident Evil 2, what happens? He crashes the fucking car. Like, bro just crashes everything. But not his Porsche. No. He put too much money into that.
You know why? Because it was sponsored.
Yeah, 100%. You
My
can't even
Porsche
shoot it.
GT911.
Did you see, like, if you aim at any other car, you
Yes,
can shoot it. But if you aim at a Porsche, he just takes down his weapon and is like, nah, I'm not shooting that bitch.
it's really funny actually. Yeah. So yeah, 9 takes place. What was it like? 30, 20 something years after 2 when Raccoon City
Well,
gets exploded.
it's in the future for us. It's in September this year.
Oh, so it's like wait, what? They say it's like 20 something years, like 28 years or something.
Uh,
Like Leon's 50. This dude
no,
is 50 and he's
he's
jacked like
48.
Wolverine. That's close to 50.
Yeah, but it's not 50.
Motherfucker has
I
a
just don't want to continue the lie of him being 50. Every single time I open a thread about Leon S. Kennedy, everyone is like, "Oh, he's 50 years old." No, he's not. He's 48.
they round up. They round up because 50 sounds
No,
sexier
no.
than
The thing
48.
is, people genuinely don't know that he's 48. They genuinely think he's 50 because people keep saying he's 50 to round it up. Like, there's
Okay, okay.
genuinely people who believe he's 50. He's 48.
But still, 48 and he's like ripped like fucking the Wolverine from
Yeah,
Marvel
they
from
said
Marvel.
Capcom said that he is in his best shape. From the whole series, he's in his best shape right now. Same
That
with
dude is
Chris.
pounding protein shakes.
I mean, he's been doing this for what, like 40 years? I don't know, not 40
That's what I was
years.
trying to say. Like
Okay,
like in Resident Evil
1998
2, he's a
was
rookie.
1998 was the Raccoon City incident, so it's been
1998.
30 years? No,
Yeah.
20 years.
How old was he in 2? Like 20?
I think he's 21. Yeah, 21 and Claire's 19.
So 27 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that. So yeah, it's been a long time since Raccoon City. Raccoon City is like a big thing in the Resident Evil franchise because it was like the first time the virus spread outside containment and became like a global issue.
Endemic.
And it got so bad they had to nuke a fucking city, a very like populated city that
Well, it wasn't a global. It was held within the city, and a certain someone didn't want it to spread further for reason that I can't disclose because that would be a heavy spoiler.
yeah, but it's like there's multiple different variations of the T virus in the future games, isn't there?
Yeah, but it's always spread because someone got the virus from Raccoon City. Like, it's not a global pandemic at the moment. It's always
Right,
because
but
someone got a sample from, like, for example, Ada. Ada is like one of the
so yeah,
spies
so
that
it's not
sells them on the black market.
but it's the epicenter of all these
Yeah,
situations happening, like
they're the
with
patient
bioweapons.
zero.
Yeah, Raccoon City was ground zero for like bioweapons and
T virus,
mutating
G
viruses.
virus, Nemesis, and Liquor.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
God, the liquors are so fucking weird when
Oh
you think about them.
fucking bro, the Liquors, they like I don't even know what they came from. I had a little rant on my stream yesterday talking about tyrants, where
Mm.
they come from, and I still don't really understand which virus caused humans to turn into liquors. Because it
I think
says
they
that it's
were
the
lab cultured.
an unnamed variant of the Epsilon strand. So probably T
Epsilon.
virus. Yeah, they
Mm.
have like different strands. There is T virus, I think, beta for the tyrants or something. There's different
I have no idea.
strains of the virus.
You know more than me. I just play the games. I shoot things. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Speaking of, 9 is really good. I had a lot of fun playing it. Uh, yeah, like I say, you play as two characters, Wesker and Grace, who's like
Leon.
a new character. So did I say Grace? Who did I
You
say?
said Wesker.
Oh, I did. Sorry, Leon and Grace. Leon is obviously the badass veteran of the series, who's like doing this for a long time. Grace is an FBI piss pants Google Gaga baby who
Oh my god, I
stutters.
hate when people say like she's like a little pussy, you know? Because like obviously she is. She's like
Yeah,
her
of course, yeah.
fucking. It's her fucking boss's fault to send her to the place where her fucking mother got killed and
So
be like,
so so yeah. So the way I describe her would be she is the everyday man. She's like a brand new person who's experiencing the horrors of Resident
I,
Evil for the first time.
I, I.
Because
She's not
Leon's
experiencing it
like,
for the first time though.
yeah, she hasn't encountered by weapons before, has she?
She has. The guy that killed her mother was infected.
But she didn't know that. It was just a guy with a knife.
Well, yeah, but she could see that he was like sweating and all. I think
I mean,
like
I'd be sweating
the
too if I
reason
was
she's
stabbing
scared
someone.
mostly is because of her PTSD. Because she knew about
Yeah.
bioweapons. She investigated the Resident Evil 7, the house from what was the name again? The Baker's house. She investigated them. She made
Mm.
the article that you can find in RE8. There's an article about what happened at the Baker's estate, and
Oh,
it is
really?
written by her mother and her, and it even says like Alyssa,
Oh.
written by Alyssa Ashcroft. And if you use the free cam with RE Framework and look at her laptop, then she's on Reddit talking about the baker's house. So
Oh, I didn't know
the
that
thing we
fact. That's
see,
cool.
the thing we see is her researching that article and publishing it under her mother's name a few days later.
Yeah, but like doing an article about something isn't the same as fighting a zombie
Yeah,
that's
but
trying to
like,
bite your face off.
look, I think it's really mostly her PTSD that is like the
Mm-hmm.
issue. You know, it's not really like
Mm.
her not having enough training or anything. If you look at her when she shoots, she holds like her flashlight in a way every FBI agent does. I think it's called the Roger grip or something, like where you put it
Yeah.
between the fingers and hold the gun. She is experienced, like very
Yeah, she's trained.
experienced,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
especially towards the end, it's more obvious. Also, my V-bridger is lagging right now, so I'm sorry. um, you especially notice that during the end when you're like in the umbrella lab, I feel like. Because you can tell like she has the experience, but like everything, like her mother's death coming back up, her being kidnapped, I think everything is just clumping together and just
We
making
should
her less encouraged.
again. Let's try not to spoil too much for the game for people who might be listening about
Well,
it.
yeah, but I mean, you go to Raccoon
Yeah, yeah.
City, where will you go?
Anyway, um, when you play as Grace, it's very different to Leon.
Yeah.
Grace is very much uh survival horror, like slow paced,
It's
very
very much
like
Resident Evil 7.
yeah, 7 and 8 style horror focused survival
Not really
shooting.
8. 8 was more action.
I guess so, yeah. So more like 7
It's like
and
7
like
and 2.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Leon obviously is a more action packed, like high paced, fast paced combat
Kind
where
of
you
like
have like all
Resident
these
Evil
cool
4
weapons.
remake.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 and I guess 8 and maybe like 7 and 5. No,
You
no,
mean
7, sorry, 6
6?
and 5. Yeah, 6
I
and 5,
wouldn't
yeah.
count 5 into that because 5 and 6 are total different level of like action.
Yeah, yeah. I just know there's a lot of action in those games, but yeah, I find that really cool. A lot of people have really hated like switching between them. I
Yeah.
find that I really enjoy that aspect. Like it was nice having a change of pace between like the very nerve-wracking and tense moments of Grace and then getting to like let loose and like be really fucking powerful and cool with Leon.
Yeah.
Like his first intro to the game, you're like fucking taking out zombies on a road where cars are like zooming by you, and you're like, you got this fucking hand cannon, this fucking giant fucking revolver that shoots them like fucking 5 people in a row.
Yeah, 5. I think the maximum is 3, but 5 if you use the one
The
what's it
charm,
called? The charm, yeah.
yeah,
Talisman.
yeah. So Requiem takes place with these two characters converging on this uh facility that's like a hospital, and it's like where there's a bunch of
It's a care center.
experiments. Yeah, it's like a hospital care center where experiments are being taken place by this deranged villain who is obsessed with like finding the ultimate virus that was left by the founder of Umbrella, who made
Well,
the
no,
original virus.
Gideon is more focused in the facility on trying to find out how to transfer memory using the T virus and blood. He thinks the secret in transferring memory is blood, which goes back to Alex Wesker, by the way, Revelations
Hmm.
2. She was one of the people who, first off, Oswald Spencer, who had both the Wesker kids, he was obsessed with Alex because he thought she was just so much smarter and stuff when it came to this kind of thing and so much more creative. And he loved the idea of her trying to find a way to transfer herself into a new body because of her disease.
Yeah.
And basically we restart on that. We find I think a note from Oswald E. Spencer as well, talking about how blood is the key to transferring memories. So that's what the facility is for, because they want
Hmm.
Grace memory. You know, that's also why they take blood from her right at the beginning.
Yeah, there was a lot of blood elements, like the crafting with
Yeah.
Grace with the blood extractor, with like infected blood. I really like the mechanic. I don't know about you. I thought it was interesting that you can get resources back from killing enemies, and it's not just like an
Yeah.
item drops.
Yeah.
And you have to be kind of like smart about how you use that resource.
See, I was like, I just think it's a little silly to go like, oh yeah, I just need some gunpowder and blood to make bullets. Like it's
Yeah,
just,
but
it feels a little silly, but
I mean,
I
every
think it
game is
was,
silly in that regard.
I think it was better than, I guess, the zombies just randomly dropping ammo. But then
Hmm.
again, like it's just, I mean, I
Or
also
Leon
have it.
picking up a Viper
I also have
and then
another
turning into a flash
perspective.
grenade.
I also have like another aspect to it because I'm speed running. So for me, the blood injector thing is a little
Time
annoying
consuming.
because like, no, not time consuming. It's just annoying because I can't do it. Like I'm always low on ammo because I can't just like sit there, wait 3 seconds for her to grab the blood and then
Yeah.
craft. You know, it's just,
You can, there are blood packs, so you can like get the blood packs and then
yeah. But the blood packs
subsidize that.
are like not in immediate range. The only blood pack I could pick up, is the one in
The fridge.
the no, the one in the level 2 security room.
What about the fridge? Because there's one in the same room as the item you need to grab.
There's a blood bag. Do you have
Yeah,
to open something to get that?
the door to get into the room. Yeah, and you just go left of the little middle and there's in the cabinets there's a bullet pack.
I never seen that.
Really?
Yeah, probably. I
Okay.
probably not walk past it because like I beeline in, I beeline out. It's just
Mm.
boop boop.
I'd be like, damn, this is some nice stuff. I'm not gonna pick up.
Yeah, no, I'm not even like destroying boxes half of the time because it takes too much time to do it with Grace.
Mm.
With Leon, it's a different story because he just swings his axe. I don't even have to get close to the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking of, the axe is fucking cool. Like having
the
this
axe is
fucking
cool.
because in the previous games, like 4 and 2, the knife, like you get knives and they would break. Like 4, there was a mechanic where you could repair the knife at the shop, but you had to spend money to do it. You could
Well,
upgrade
yeah.
it, but this axe, it's basically just like, oh, it's running on durability. I'll just get my whetstone out, fucking sharpen it, done it. There,
I
it's
mean,
perfectly fine again.
I am kind of sad that Leon isn't using the knife from RE4 because it is an important knife to him, you know, with like
I suppose so,
Krauser
yeah.
dropping it, you know. So I was kind of sad that we didn't get the knife and instead got the axe. I like the durability thing as well. I also understand why they chose an axe. They said it's more strategically, what's it called, viable than a
It
knife.
makes more sense than a knife, yeah, because
Yeah,
knives
because
are
you
like
can lift things, like you can stem things open.
you
You
can
have two
pry things open.
sides to an axe usually.
Mm-hmm.
A dull one and a sharp one, and he uses
A
both.
dull one.
Yeah, because you have the backside of the axe, and you can
Well,
just
it's
boop, bonk
it's not
someone.
necessarily dull. It's like a spike, so it's like plunging. You're meant
Does
to
he have a
punch.
spike on his? Only the Mortal Edge has one. The other
Let
one
me
doesn't
let
have
me
one, I
let me Google
think.
search Raccoon Axe.
To my knowledge, the Mortal Edge has that.
Have a look. Yeah, it does. It's back.
It has? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
but
A
still,
lot of axes
yeah.
have that because axes are
I mean,
like
you
multi
still have the
tools.
dull side because you can also use the handle to hit
I
someone
mean,
on the
yeah,
head.
but would you use a handle of a knife to like bonk someone?
Yes, if I don't want to injure them and just put them unconscious.
Nah, if I got an axe and someone's trying to eat my face, they're getting that full
Well, not a
fucking
zombie,
bladed.
but like, I don't know, maybe an important suspect. You know, he's working for the DSO, so he's also going after bad people.
It's a good thing they're not standard issue for cops, otherwise it'd be a lot of unfortunate accidents.
Yeah, but like I said, it's tactically more. It makes more sense
Viable.
tactically,
Hmm
but I
hmm
still like the knife he had in RE4 was obviously like a sentimental thing to him, and I mean he could have dual wielded. Just
Yeah, true.
saying.
I mean, one character does. They dual wield an axe and a knife. That's pretty
Okay,
cool.
wait. Should we just? I want to speak freely about Resident Evil Requiem. So if you have not played Resident Evil Requiem and you care about spoilers, don't watch this. Just saying.
Well, in post, we'll put like a spoiler warning or like some text on the screen so they know
No,
what to avoid.
I'm just gonna put a comment.
No, you gotta do more than that because people don't read the
I don't
comments when they're.
care if they click on a Resident Evil Requiem video expecting not to be spoiled. I'm gonna
I
even
mean,
name it our experience with Resident Evil Requiem or Resident Evil and Requiem.
I was gonna suggest we name this podcast First Thing Over Leon.
I'm not thirsting over Leon. I don't know why you all
Well,
always thirst over Leon.
because that man is gorgeous. I'm just
I
saying.
mean, he is, but there's just better.
I would like to be choked by his biceps. There, I said it. I said it.
I want the zesty white-haired guy.
Yeah, you do. You fucking simp.
But okay, can we just address the elephant in the room?
Yeah.
Fucking Zeno. Can we
I
talk about him just for a second? Cause
I
like,
I don't understand why they just wouldn't just make Wesker a clone and be like,
no.
it's
Okay,
Wesker
listen,
again.
listen. I think it's smart of them to have a build up to Wesker coming back. Either he's gonna be back as the original Wesker, or in the next game we're gonna see a clone that is one-to-one Wesker. I'm convinced this is all a build up. And like I've seen so many people going like, "Oh, why didn't we fight Zeno?" and "Oh, why didn't or like Wesker's dead. Why is he back now? That's not Wesker. That's just a brother of Wesker. Like, guys, he's a
brother.
twin. He's like, he looks 1 to 1. We find out about cloning early on in the fucking game. That is not just a brother. That is not just a missing kid
Hmm.
of the Wesker project. That is fucking a clone. And isn't it even addressed in the FBI file? Have you read the FBI file?
No, I've not read a lot of the documents. I can't skip them.
I You skip all of them? I read all of them.
Not
I
all of
didn't
them,
read
but
the FBI one though.
after after the 10th one, I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever, it's a document, and I just carry on with the game.
I mean, I always read what it's about, but
I would I was curious as to why Xeno like didn't have more of a presence other than the cutscenes. Because like I said, like
no,
I understand wanting to fight him would have been cool and it would have made sense. Because you do in other games. Like
listen.
in
I'm telling you, this is all the build up. He is just a puppet, and that's why he doesn't like make his hands dirty, you know? They just build it up for the next game, and I'm telling you, the next game is gonna be Chris versus Wesker again. That's 100% a build
eh,
up. Now, I think it's really smart. Um, I like the plot twist at the end that we see, well, Xeno being decapitated and Gideon surprisingly stepping in and being the boss fight. I also love that we got another like nemesis, another person infected with the nemesis virus.
I I'll be honest, I was disappointed by that. Because it felt like because obviously I know in the end of 3 remake you fight something like that, but it looks a lot cooler in 3 because you have like
Oh
this
yeah,
like really
that's
cool
that's why I
Tesla gun.
said that's why I'm subtracting 0.2 points because like the bosses were just they were just
Yeah, it felt like so here's a gripe I have with the game. I feel like a lot of people had the same gripe. It feels like they focus too much on pandering to Resident Evil fans, especially those who played the remakes. Because like when you think about a lot of the aspects, you go back to Raccoon City, and it's a lot, and obviously it's like a very important location, but a lot of it seems to be like tying directly to the second remake. And even like the puzzles and like you go around the area, you fight the Mr. X again, which is a bit weird to me. Like you just fight the same enemy from the previous game.
Well, no,
It
it's
was
not Mr. X. It's just a tyrant of the same strand. There was multiple Mr. X's. They even were in the animation
oh yeah,
movies.
definitely. But that's what I mean. Like you fight the same like enemy essentially, who looks exactly the same,
Yeah.
in the same location, and it's like his boss fight is essentially the exact same from the ending of 2, where he basically has like a giant arm and he's like you have to blow him up or some shit.
Yeah, well, again, it's the same enemy. Like the tyrant is also cloned. They have like a
But
mass production of tyrants. And
I
it's
thought it would
smart
have
of
been
Zeno, like if I want to manipulate someone, right? And I know everyone knows Leon's weakness is Raccoon City. He has said it many, many times, and if you do some research about Leon, they probably have it listed somewhere that he's a survivor of Raccoon City who probably didn't do well with the trauma and stuff. I mean, he's an alcoholic that has to be in some database. We know that from Vendetta that he's like
wait, Leon's an alcoholic?
yep, he's been in RE2, he's too late to his first day of work, right? It's because his girlfriend broke up and he got drunk in a bar. And then after the Raccoon City incident, it like many movies and in the animated movies is usually where you should look for these smaller details because they have more
Mhm.
time exploring Leon outside of fights. Because obviously in a game you want action, you want something to happen. If you would always have a cutscene of him being at home, drinking himself to death, no one would play
The
that game.
ultimate true
But yeah,
the ultimate true ending.
if you look at, I think it was Degeneration, the one where he's in Russia or in the Soviet Union or something. And at Vendetta, you can see at the end of Degeneration, you can see how he has like a little flask on his belt and he's like drinking from it. And then in Vendetta, he's like straight up out. He's straight up drunk when Chris and
Mm.
Rebecca confront him. Same with Chris. Chris is also an alcoholic, by the way.
I mean, when you do that kind of job, it makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does make sense. It is explained with Leon not doing well after the Raccoon City incident and after everything that happened with Sherry and Claire and losing all the people around him like Krauser, that is like what pushed him over the edge. And I think
Mm.
from my perspective on, if I was Xeno and I have access to government information, which we find out that the connection has that from the FBI file that Grace is her FBI report that you can read. It has like 83 pages or something. We find out that the connection had a connection with the government. So it would not, like, it would make sense for Zeno to, once he finds out that Leon is the one that's being after him, to go ahead and be like, okay, what is Leon's weakness? Oh, Raccoon City is. So I sent
Mm.
Mr. X, who was like a part of his trauma, you know?
I feel like you're reading too much into it. It feels like it was just because they're like they were trying to tug on that in like nostalgia
No,
kind of
it's
string
it's
for gameplay.
look, everything leading up to this is Leon having flashbacks of something that traumatized him. It does make sense for Zeno, who has access to government information, and Capcom has proven in the past that they make their villains very well. Like Wesker is a very well written villain, very smart. I mean,
Hmm.
he's literally a clone of Wesker, who has been working with Ada. Ada could have also told him what was happening in Raccoon City, you know? And like it makes sense for him to go like, okay, I'm gonna bring back the drama, the trauma that he
I've spilled the
suffered.
tea.
No, the trauma. It makes sense for him to bring back Mr. X. Like everything about them makes sense. It wouldn't have made sense if Leon was fighting Nemesis, because first off, Nemesis is a different kind of virus. I think the tyrants are like produced, mass produced, while the Nemesis stuff is like a person gets infected and turns into a Nemesis, and oftentimes the Nemesis needs a person to control them. You know, like how Nemesis in RE3 has the mission to kill all Stars members, you know?
Mm. His very famous stars
Stars.
they always
Yeah.
talked about.
Yeah, because that's what Umbrella like trained him to do. Get rid of the Stars members that survived the Spencer Mansion. They had enough time between Resident Evil 1 and the outbreak in Resident Evil 2 to train the Nemesis to do that.
Yeah, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
My point I was trying to make was there are moments where it feels like it feels kind of pandery, like the Titan X, but in the same vein, there are moments I really enjoyed being someone who played Resident Evil 2 remake, like going to the gun shop again, and you have that cutscene where he like flashes back to when he couldn't save someone, he couldn't save a little girl who got infected, and then you find the bones, and it's like, oh, that was like I hit hard. I
Yeah.
like that kind of stuff, but I feel like they could have been more creative with some of the boss fights. Like, let's say that Mr. X Titan fight, instead of him just being like shirtless with a giant fucking claw hand, like I would have liked to see him like throw the missiles that he was throwing or something, or like do something more with the environment instead of just chucking cars. He just, he felt like it just felt like a bullet sponge that would occasionally like charge at you.
Yeah, the thing is, like that's why I criticize every single boss fight. Because if you look at them, it's always just shoot the weak point and hope for the best.
Mm.
Mr. X has the thing on the chest. The monster in the chapel is just shoot the acid thingies. The monster in Raccoon City is just shoot the acid thingies. And even Gideon's Nemesis form is just shoot the bubbles.
Yeah, that's what I really didn't like about the last boss fight. It just felt too much
The
like,
first part was really good. Like, don't get me wrong. I like
oh
the
yeah,
new
with his charge
aspect
abilities.
with the electricity he's like charging up. But it's just
Mm-hmm,
like
mm-hmm.
the fact, for example, I'm again I speedrun the game, so I have a little bit of knowledge, like also what's some techniques behind him. And for example, with the rocket launcher, he does not pull out the rocket launcher if he is over a certain amount of HP. You have to get the exact amount HP, or he doesn't pull it out. He does not pull it out.
Oh, Keen's not pulling it out, guys.
I also I
Shame.
also I also love that every single Resident Evil in the end, like just a random fucking rocket launcher appears for Leon to
Yeah, it,
obliterate the monsters. I love that part. Honestly, don't change that. I love that part. I love the consistency. Honestly, this time it had built up at least because you have Gideon shoot the rockets at the motorcycle part.
I think the only thing that would have made that thing better was if Grace threw the rocket launcher. just just be like, Leon, here. It's like, hold on a minute. Deja vu.
Yeah, deja vu because Ada did it twice.
So how do you feel with regards to like Leon versus Grace's gameplay? I know a lot
Um,
of people have a favorite for Leon because he's an established character, but
actually, counter to that, I've seen more people liking Grace
Graces.
part. Yeah, because they say it's just more fun to really play it multiple times because like you still get the thrill of it playing it. Like yeah,
Mm,
it's annoying because it's so much more random than Leon's part. It feels like but and
yep.
especially people like Chunk or the girl just feel a little tiring. But I see people be like, I'm just tired of the action gameplay. And a lot of people are happy that the Raccoon City part at least felt a little
Yeah.
slower. And even if you speedrun it, you will notice. I think I had 2.5 hours on the speedrun thing when I did the achievement part. And 2 of those hours were the fucking care center versus the 30 minutes I spent in Raccoon City.
Mm. Maybe it has something to do with the previous games being 7 and 8, but they're very like first person horror focused instead of like the action paced
Yeah.
for 4 and 2 and
Yeah,
3, I
I
guess.
mean, you can tell that they're trying to cater towards their new audience a lot because
Mhm.
of, well, the pacing and stuff. And I honestly,
Yeah.
personally, right, playing the games multiple times now, I have to be in the mood for Leon's part more than I have to be in the mood for Grace's part.
Ah, you see, I have the opposite opinion because I really like Leon's because it's gameplay focused. It's more like more fun and engaging. Grace has like the first run, it's really engaging and really fun because it's like anticipation. Like you don't know what's gonna happen. But after you play it, and it just becomes tedious to run away from the girl and like navigate the corridors.
Well, to be fair, most of the time you can actually just walk past a girl. She doesn't like immediately grab you or punch you.
True. But
Chunk is
it's
Chunk
more
is the one where I'm like, oh my
oh
god.
god, yeah, the chunk.
Because you just stay in a room for like 20 minutes, hoping he walks past and doesn't turn around. And then you
That
look
fat fuck.
outside and like he sees you for some reason, even though his fat ass is like pointing in your direction. Honestly, you know what I did in my insanity run? My first mission was to grab as
Yeah.
much blood as possible so I can get hemorrhoid syringes. By the way, I know they're not called hemorrhoid syringes, guys. I call them that because I can't say the other word, and I think it's funny that
Hemoratic.
if a hemorrhoid syringe.
I
No,
remember this on your stream.
my first mission on Insanity was to grab as many, you need three, of the hemorrhoid syringes and just put it up his ass. And then he
Here you go,
exploded all
buddy.
over the hallway. And like the hallway stayed red the rest of the game. Oopsie.
You know, I wonder what would happen if Leon fought the girl. Or I know he fights a chunk, but what if he
You know
fought the girl?
what? I bought the infinite rocket launcher, right? With the mission of killing Chunk 1. He is
Yeah.
not there if you play Leon. Chunk is just gone.
Really?
Yeah, he's just gone. I was looking for that fat ass bitch because he ruined my run. Fucking, I hate Chunk. He's so chunky.
Maybe it's because of achievement, you have to kill both of them. Like maybe it's because they both have to kill their own chunk. Because
Yeah,
Leon
might
has
be.
to fight Chunk, but Grace can avoid him.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, makes
Yeah,
sense.
actually, yeah, I think so. He eats so many bullets. Like even on casual, I needed 4 magazines to kill Chunk.
I need more bullets.
I
I
need
need
more
more bullets.
bullets.
I do like one thing I like about Leon's gameplay is the finishes. Like when you do the frame perfect shoot dodge, where it does the animation where you fucking pop it in their mouth and blow their head off.
You don't
That
have to
shit's
do
so
it frame
satisfying.
perfect, by the way. You can do it
Oh, I
after
know.
they swing.
I
You just
just
have
mean
to be close up, yeah.
for people who don't know, when you play as Leon, there is a moment where like when the zombie's about to grab you, if you shoot your weapon, it initiates a animation where depending on your gun, you will then do a special animation where you insta kill them. Like usually, with the Requiem, you dart around them and then fucking execute them. It's really cool. I need to make a montage of something like that. I need to do it so many times and clip it all together, where it's just like him popping someone's head. I think that'd be really good.
Um, you know who I really liked as a boss fight?
Who?
Hunk.
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, I think it was cool the first time, and like I say, like the problem with Requiem for me is when you replay it, it becomes a bit more tedious than fun.
Well,
Hunk
did
is one of
did
those.
you replay it also on Insanity?
I did, yes.
Yeah, that's also the reason why. The Insanity boss fights are just bullet sponges. Like they're
Yeah,
not
but
scaled. Like I honestly, at first playthrough RE4, I did on normal. And then I never again. I always played on professional after that
oh
because it
no,
was just
wait.
so much better.
I did my second run was on classic because for some reason there's a classic mode
Oh, you mean the
along
Ink
with the
Ribbit
casual.
one?
Yeah, and then I did insanity when I got these enough CP points for infinite ammo.
Honestly, I really love Hunk because once you figure out how to kill him as fast as possible, it's so much fun to do it. Like for example, first patch guys, there was a glitch where you could do a step forward as soon as you step into the cutscene and insta kill him. And training that was so much fun, and they patched it, and I'm currently playing on the current version, so I had to find a new way to insta kill him, and it's so much easier because you just have to buy the mortal edge, you hit him, you parry, hit him once, parry again, hit him 3 4 times, and then he's insta dead.
Oh, parrying was really fun.
Parrying is always fun in Resident Evil games, like 4 as well. I loved parrying the chainsaws. I
The
love
meme
it.
of Leon parrying the vans that crash into him and this fucking parrying
Okay,
shit.
can I say I think some of the parrying just seems a little
Goofy.
yeah, like I understand they want to give you as many ways as possible to play through Insanity, and that's why I think the parrying was so wide ranged, because like
Hmm.
most of the things can insta kill you in Insanity, right?
Yeah.
However, I wish it was more like in Resident Evil 4, it was actually fun to play on professional. Like I said, I played once on normal and then never again. I always played professional. I think I only did easy
Mm.
once when I did the only pistol and no healing merged
Oh
together,
yeah.
and I played on easy. But when I did the professional S plus plus run, for example, it wasn't even that bad, Like the scaling was very nicely done by Capcom. Like it wasn't overly hard. Like I feel like now it's like, oh, you suddenly walk into Chunk and he instantly bites your head off. Well, you're right at the back at the beginning. Or, oh, the girl got you. Oh, here, let's throw you back 5 chapters.
Goddamn.
It feels like the insanity mode wasn't balanced correctly, and especially Hunk, bro. You know what I did? I tried to do him normally once, and then I did the glitch because I was so sick and tired of him. I did
I
not
feel
want
that.
to fight him because like Hunk was such a bullet sponge. It's unfortunate, but yeah. So if you guys want to play through the game multiple times, I would recommend either casual or normal, because
Hmm.
Insanity, it's fun for the first time, maybe a little bit, because like you die so much and it's kind of thrilling. Like, oh, I died again. I had to restart. Cool. But after a while, it just gets tiring. I think my Insanity run was 7 hours long because I speedrun the
Jesus.
rest. If I didn't use speedrun tech, I literally ran through Umbrella Slap. Like I used speedrun routes so I don't have to fight a single licker. I just walk
Nice.
past them. Yeah.
Speaking of replaying the game, how do you feel about the new Game Plus features
Oh,
compared to the other games? So I've noticed a lot of people dislike the fact that when you beat the game once, you get access to everything, including like
yeah.
Leon's item boxes at the beginning of the game, regardless of like what difficulty you choose.
See, again, speedrunner perspective, I hate it because the thing is, for example, when you walk to the chapel, right, you have to snipe. You don't get a sniper. You have to buy it
Nope.
now. It's
Yep.
like it just takes time. It's just like a waste of time. They could have still put the sniper there, and I think
Mm.
it's kind of sad because now I kind of have like the needle, for example, that I can use, or I already have all the crafting recipes and stuff. It's just
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I wish they would have done it like in RE4. Oh, well, RE4 was also kind of shitty because like I had like 5 new game pluses at some point, and I was like, okay, which one was the one that is like the right one, Because you save it on the normal saves, and then you have less space to save, you know?
Mm.
But I thought that was like a better way because you always had the option to either play from zero or do new game plus, especially because you had like the money that was taken
Yeah.
over in RE4. So yeah.
I would have liked it to have the option to like do a fresh one with no upgrades and no like to experience the game the first time as it was intended with like a harder difficulty maybe
Yeah.
because unless you buy the game anew, you won't be able to replay it
Or you could
originally
just
like
delete all your saves.
oh is that how it works?
I think so.
Hmm. I don't really want to test it because obviously I would lose my
Well,
saves, but
actually, but the achievements stay, no?
exactly. So the game
I don't
recognizes
know.
you beat the game, like it has a record of it. But in previous games like 4 and 2, you would have to have a game save that was completed to then progress to New Game Plus. I
Yeah.
think if they had the ability, like if they had two options, like New Game Plus and New Game. So if you click New Game, it would start you the game new as if you never played the game before. But New Game Plus gives you the extra bonus items you unlocked in previous runs. I think that would have been a good compromise.
Yeah. I wish I would have kept stuff like accessories and do more costumes because I feel like Grace especially is lacking so much. Like she has the FBI one, that one is great. But
Unless
then,
you
for
buy the deluxe
example,
edition,
the Dimitrisco one, I feel it's not fitting. Like it's not same with her other one. What was the other one?
the Apocalypse one.
Oh, the Apocalypse one was nice. What
That's the
was the
pre-order
other
one.
one?
She has
Noah, Noah.
oh, Noir, that was it.
Mm-hmm. I there's like if you look at Claire's Noir outfit in Resident Evil 2, which is by the way one of my favorite cosmetics Capcom has ever done, it just looks cheap, you know?
Mm.
I just wish there was more, you know? Like if you introduce costumes, like for example, look at RE4. Like Ashley's costumes were peak. They were peak. And then there was Leon's costumes again, where like the one dark feathered one. I was like, what the hell happened with Leon? I kind of like his romantic one though. He
Resident
kind
Evil
of looks like
4
Astarion.
has some weird cosmetics. Like the fucking skull face, like fuckboy mask, and then like you have like the eye patch and the
Okay,
beanie,
but they all make
but you can't
sense.
mix them up.
They all make sense because every single one of them gives you a different effect. For example, if you wear the
What?
sunglasses, you can't get flashbanged.
They give you effects?
Mm-hmm.
I
Or
thought they were just cosmetics.
the cat ears. I don't think you can get the cat ears unless you play S plus, but the cat ears give you infinite ammo.
Yeah, actually.
Mm-hmm. That's why my
I didn't know
Wesker
that.
always wears fucking cat ears. I'm so sick and tired of it. I want to give him his fucking sunglasses, but I'm also too lazy to always look for ammo.
Does
He's
it tell you that, or do you
permanently.
have to figure that out?
Oh, you have to figure that out.
Oh, that's bullshit. I
I
just
think
put the
only
fucking night helmet on because I thought it was goofy.
the cat ears. I think night helmet makes it so you can't get stunned as fast, you know?
Hmm. Oh, I played Separate Ways, by the way. I really liked it. I enjoyed that more than the main game.
You did. I hate separate ways. Like all
Really?
the bosses were bullet sponges, and putting it on. Like I, it took me so long to S plus it. Like the main game took long, but separate ways took longer. And like overall, I'm just not a big fan of like Ada like not having any character progression in the games
I guess
she's
so, yeah.
in. She's always just the mysterious spy.
Femme
Like
Fatale.
even in her own fucking DLC, we learn nothing about her. RE6, we learn nothing about her. Like when does Capcom finally give us something, you know? Like
I think
I'm just so bored of Ada always being like the favorite female protagonist when she has like no character development, nothing.
it's because she's so hot. She's so hot, dude. That dress, goddamn. Oh, well, I unlocked a Chinese dress. I was like, I'm gonna play this immediately so I can see her in that dress.
I don't even know what I put her in.
I
Didn't
just like
she
the
have
fact that you can
another one?
customize Leon. I think there might be another one from playing on S. I'm not sure. I'll look it up.
Did she have her original assignment with Ada outfit, by the way? I don't think so. It's like a
I
black
don't
outfit.
know.
Uh, but yeah, I just like okay. Also, like Wesker's cosmetics, I love that they gave him cosmetics for one, because like in the main game you only see Wesker like once right at the end. But in like separate ways, I love that they involved Wesker in the story way more. Because in the original, he was only like in his on his yacht, right? But in the remake, you have him like actually walk the area. I love when they revealed that he's been following Ada. Like you just see his shoes and you're just like, oh my god, this is big ass shoes. This has to be the two
Yeah, he
meter
saves
tall
her.
villain. Well, saves her. I don't know what he did in the beginning because he took blood from her or something. Did you think he gave her like something to be immune against the plaga, so she doesn't get infected?
Uh, didn't she receive a shot from the guy to counteract the effects, and then she passed out?
True. What did he give her in the beginning? Because he has a syringe in his hand, right? And he sets it down.
I don't know.
And she doesn't get. Oh, maybe it was like a stopper. Maybe it was like to, because like you remember how in the mine scene, Louise gives Leon something to stop the infection for a little bit, so it doesn't. So he has time to walk to Louise's lab to remove it. Do you remember that? Where he's like, where he has like the pipe in his hand and it's like, let's save Ashley, and he was like, you gonna hurt yourself with that?
I don't remember.
He gave him like a syringe when Leon passes out.
No idea.
And yeah, he gives him a syringe to like slow down the symptoms. I think maybe Wesker did the same, and that's what he gives Ada.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, honestly.
Oh yeah, she had an RE2 dress. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I
like,
sent you the images.
yeah. Anyways, no, I didn't like Separate Ways much. I gotta be so
I liked it
honest.
because it had more interesting gameplay.
More, I mean, her grapple was really cool.
Yeah, like the ability to grapple
I
enemies and you
just
can
I just
upgrade it
hated
to.
like the red robe when you're in the village in the beginning, right? On professional, he's such a bullet sponge. I've always run out of bullets and have to run around and look for like just a crumb. Just a crumb, bro. And then I always die to him. And like same with the worm kind of thing. When you're down in the mines.
Oh, the worm. Yeah, I like the worm boss
That
fight.
one was such a pain in the ass as well on Insanity. Because he's just eating the bullets. You know, I had so little ammo because every single fucking boss is just a bullet sponge in there. Except for
I like
the giant guy, the I don't know what they're called.
the jagged guy.
Ganador? Ganador. The giant.
Oh,
When you're like
oh yeah,
using the
the gallant,
grapple
the God, I can't remember now. It was like
before
Granada or
cabin
something like that.
fight. When Leon and Louise
The
run to the
giant, yeah,
cabin fight.
the giant baby.
Yeah. Not baby? He's not a baby. That's a
Where?
grown ass
Wah.
man.
That's a grown ass baby. That's what
That's a
it is.
grown ass man.
Wah.
Yeah, but anyways, I didn't like assignment with Ada very much. I liked that
Mm.
story wise, like everything, like how Louise' character
They all
was a
tied
little
together.
more, yeah, a little more tied together. How Louise was more explored, especially like you see his like
Yeah.
guilt, his survivor guilt. You know, he was the one that survived from the team. He's the only one that found a cure, and now he is like guilty of like all these people being infected because of something he researched on. And same with like Wesker having like a new kind of story arc and stuff. Um, I just I just think Ada to me is just a boring character because like I said, she's always the same. Like it's always the same. And I really, really hope Requiem is not an Ada DLC and it's actually Claire. Because first off, like yeah, Ada would make sense because she was in Raccoon City, right? But I feel like Claire would make so much more sense because first of all, she wasn't mentioned once. When you have Sherry and Leon there, and he is in Raccoon
Mm.
City. I was so fucking pissed when I found out that Claire wasn't even mentioned once, even though she was the one that saved Sherry. But no, Sherry was like, "Oh, Leon, you saved me back then." Like, yeah, but Claire did most of the work. Leon was only there at the end, no? Like
I
Claire was the
think
one that saved Sherry.
I think it was. I don't know. Maybe it was one of those things where it's because she was talking to him,
Yeah,
and
I
then
think so too. He helped saving her. Definitely.
which
Like, I'm not
which
disagreeing with that part. I just hate that Claire wasn't even mentioned when you have both Leon and Sherry there talking to
speaking of
each other.
Claire, what happened to her with the virus? Because
That is what
Leon
I'm
and
saying.
Leon and Sherry are like dying, and a lot of people who like not just them three, but like other
Jill,
people
Carlos,
survived.
we see Zeno having the virus, you know?
Yeah,
Even
and he's a fucking
Zeno, and
clone.
he wasn't there during Raccoon City. Oh yeah, that's another thing, right? That is something I thought about yesterday. Zeno having the virus can mean two things. He was either created during Raccoon City, or the Raccoon City virus is genetically in the cells of a person, and he got it from
Inferior.
Albert Wesker because Wesker was in Raccoon City.
I would assume it's because the DNA they got the sample from to clone him probably was contaminated with the
Or
virus.
it's just because he has the T virus, because he has Wesker's power, and Wesker's power stems from the T virus. So it
Yeah, I
might
suppose
very
so.
much just be that. But yeah. But I mean, this T virus manifests differently. That's why it's called the Raccoon City
Are
syndrome.
we are we spoiling the ending? We're just gonna do
Yeah,
that now.
yeah.
I wanna rant about the ending. Why the fuck is there a dog shit bad ending that is like you're
Dog
told to
shit?
yeah, the fucking Leon
No,
dies?
this Troy Alpes ending is better than the original ending, because the original ending is, or like the real ending is just, haha, everyone is happy, and even Emily survived somehow. Like, it's just, it felt so, oh la la la, I'm in such a good mood. I really, really love the Leon dies ending, because it really shows what kind of character Leon is, you know, and how much he progressed
A
from Raccoon
bitch.
City to now. Like, the fact he saves Grace before even thinking about saving himself, and then
Mhm.
when he says, "At least I could save you," that broke my heart. That broke my
Mhm.
heart. And I love
I
that
was so
ending
pissed,
so
bro.
much. I like the ending more that Leon survived, and obviously I like Leon as a character. I don't want any of the main characters to die, and he deserves to finally retire, man. But but I really love the Destroy Elpis ending, especially because it was such a shock factor, right? To a lot of people. Like every time I tune into someone's stream and they accidentally, or like not accidentally, many people, I mean, you get guided. It is always said, destroy the Elpis, destroy it
Exactly. You're
right
like
now.
you're
Influence.
directed towards that ending.
Yeah,
And it's like I feel like they do it to rage bait you because they know
yeah.
what was going to happen. That's why they gave you the option immediately to
See,
replay it.
I watched a lot of streamers play Resident Evil lately, especially when they were at the ending part, and
Mhm.
I have something to say. I noticed that mostly the guys fell for it. Mostly the guys went with the destroy Elpis ending first, while the woman usually released Elpis because they already caught on to the hope thing. And I think that was
Nah,
such an
this want
interesting
the drama.
thing. No,
They
I'm
want the
just
drama. They
saying.
want the tea. They read true crime podcasts.
No, it
They
was so
wanted it.
obvious. It was so obvious that you
It
don't
was not
destroy Elpis.
obvious.
Yes, it was. I didn't destroy Elpis at first, and I was disappointed because
You're a fucking
everyone,
Resident Evil nerd.
everyone, I couldn't even go back because when you destroy Elpis, you have like the option to go back, right, and choose the right ending.
Yep.
You don't get that if you first choose the release Elpis ending. But I already caught onto it because like obviously I played Resident Evil 5, and seeing Spencer
Exactly.
again was like a shock, and I was like, wait, he's talking bullshit right now. But then I remembered like the way he protected Alex Wesker, for example, because he doesn't tell Albert Wesker that he has a sister. No, he says one child survived the Wesker project, which is false because two children survived. He
Hmm.
protected Alex Wesker, and I caught on to that, and I was like, wait a damn minute. Why is he only mentioning one? And why does he say that this is his last hope? And why is Ashcroft involved in this and stuff? And then I was like, to my boyfriend, me and my boyfriend, we looked at each other. We were like, we should release Elvis because he caught
You're a
onto
fucking
it as
chaos
well.
gremlin. That's what you are.
No,
You're just
I
like you want to
literally
watch a
caught
world burn.
onto it.
I
I'm
literally
just,
called it.
bro. I'm so involved in the series. I know when bad shit goes down, and I knew that there was
Exactly.
no bad shit there.
To me, it wasn't obvious. Like the entire game was like, Elpis is bad. We need to stop it. Gideon is a bad guy. He wants Elpis. We need to stop it. Zeno's a bad guy. He wants it. We need to stop it. Everything, everything that was pointed towards. We need to
Yeah,
destroy Elpis.
even Leon at the ending being like, you just destroy it. I distract him. You know,
Exactly.
like
Even Leon was like, destroy that bitch. Destroy it.
it's just I yeah. No, I love it. I honestly the destroy
Honestly,
Elpis ending. I I mean, a part of me wishes it was canon, even though I really love Leon, because I just that like it would have been something where Capcom was like for once like going, okay, we have to do something. I mean, we had Ethan dying, of course, but like Ethan dying was just whatever, you know. Ethan was
people didn't care about Ethan.
You know, Ethan, I mean, I cried at Ethan's death because, like, seeing him hold his daughter and stuff, and then Chris seeing him dead again when he lost everything beforehand. Like, that just broke my heart for Chris's sake. But, like, overall, I just want Capcom to show some balls and be like, okay, we're gonna kill someone from the main cast.
Mm.
You know? And this would have been the moment. And okay, like even if Leon would have survived, I would have been fine. But the fact that fucking Emily survived, oh, I love Emily I really do. But like, yeah, I didn't hit any of her vitals. We can still save her. Like, bro, shut the
Yeah,
fuck up.
that
That
was
was
such a
so
cop out.
dumb. That was so dumb. Unless they maybe have something bigger in plan for Emily, I don't know. I just at the moment I feel like it's the dumbest fucking thing in the world. And like same
Have
with
you
like the
noticed?
ending. They just saved Emily. The ending just says girl got saved from care center. There's so many people infected there. They had Elpis. They could replicate it. They had the main thing. Like, why not save all the other people in the care center, you know?
It just occurred to me, right, that
Yeah.
with recent games like 7, 8, and then 9, they're doing this ending structure where you either get a choice or it basically turns into, oh, a new character takes over. Like in 7, you had the choice of your wife or the daughter of the family, the Baker family. And in 8,
Yeah.
like there's a DLC where you play as fucking his baby who grows up, has fucking mold powers for some reason. And then like you get the quote unquote true ending where Ethan's like soul like dies or disappears protecting her from the mold or some shit. And
Yeah.
then in 9, you get the choice of a dog shit fucking ending when Leon dies, or the true
Yeah.
ending where you get a boss fight and actually get to like see everyone happy and like yippee, we survived and we got the cure for cancer, yay!
I mean, to be fair, with Resident Evil 7, yes. That one was one of those endings where I was like, oh, happy. Mia somehow also
I will
survived, and
say,
Zoe also somehow survived. Yay, yippee, happy family, blah blah. But like, with 8, they finally were like, okay, we're gonna give you a sad ending. Because like I said, we have the
mm,
ending where Ethan fucking dies. Chris sees it. Chris being
cringe.
traumatized enough by losing all of his partners, losing another partner. Like, that ending was very sad. And then also Rose
Mm.
going to her father's grave, wearing his jacket and being like, I miss you so much. I wish you were still here seeing me like this, you know? Honestly, I think Ethan would have been a great fucking father to Rose. Like the fact he went through all of this hell just to save her. Like he
Oh yeah.
didn't even care about his wife anymore, even though he already had found out that she was like a clone, that she was actually Miranda and that she wasn't shot. Even then, he cared more about saving Rose than his wife. But
Mm.
like, I love that they were consequent and they were like, "Oh, we kill him off. We kill him off right now." And it's just kind of what I'm missing about the ending of RE9 is that it's like such a fairy tale happy ending, you know?
I think it would have been really cool if Leon like sacrificed his cure to give it to Grace, and then he died fighting Xeno
But
or
Grace
Gideon.
wasn't infected with the Raccoon City syndrome.
That is true. Yes, that is true.
I don't
So
know what
okay,
happened with the guy that bite her in the beginning, honestly. I
bitter in the
guess
beginning.
Gideon treated her for that.
Bitter? What do you mean?
Yeah, the police guy bites her in the intro in
Does he?
Renwood. Yes. Oh my god. Yes. In the intro,
When?
when you shoot the shotgun and go up the stairs, he grabs her and bites her shoulder. That's why she has her shoulder wrapped in
Oh
bandages.
yeah. Okay, so she was infected, and it would have made sense to
No,
give
the
her the
fact that
cure.
she wasn't infected with the Raccoon City syndrome stuff, and the infection never like gets mentioned again.
Oh yeah, I guess that. Okay, that is a plot hole I didn't think about.
I mean,
So
no, it's not a blood hole because Gideon could have treated her for it. It is his virus. It's his virus strand. He has the antivirus. If you have the virus, you can also make an
wait,
mRNA vaccine for it, I think. So before in the infection like blooms, you can inject something. So the immune system already has the recipe to defend the virus. So he could have very well given her that. We see her hanging
and
upside down. We see her being monitored. So I think Gideon just
She
cured
she
her.
was being drained of her blood.
Yeah, but there's also a report of her body temperature and everything. It's not just to like look at her blood pressure and stuff. It's also to look if she got infected or not. 100%.
I thought he was just experimenting on her to see if she was like the chosen one, like they were talking about.
No, that too, yeah. They took
Yeah.
her blood to try and clone her so she could have the password for Elpis, the recipe for
Mm,
Elpis, you know? But I think it was also to cure her because I mean she's also wrapped up where her bite mark is. If he wouldn't have cared about that and just the blood, he would have just taken the blood, right? Without like wrapping
mm,
her arm and stuff. So I think it's still a little bit of a plot hole because it wasn't obvious, but I just think that's probably the explanation why she isn't infected in the end.
yeah. So speaking of endings, 7. The one thing I will say about the ending for 7 is it leads to like the best DLC I've seen where you fight as the uncle who just comes and fucking punches gears
He's
and then
just
fucking
rips
fucking
through,
wrestles the swamp man.
yeah, just rips, he just wrestles everything.
I really
Honestly,
want to play that. I want to play it so
7
bad.
has the same issue as 9 for me and as 8 for me. There's just at a certain point it falls off where I'm like, okay.
Mm,
Like for me, Raccoon City was nice, and then you come to the RPD, and I expected so much more of the RPD because it was such a vocal point during the trailer.
yep.
But then it's literally just what you see in the trailer. Like that's literally it. And I love seeing the Stars office, like for example. But then again, he sees what like Chris's jacket being there, right? It's the same one as Claire's wearing because it was stated in the past that they had the same jacket, you know. And he's not mentioning Claire when he sees that jacket, and I'm just like, bro, you met this girl there and you keep meeting her and she's like your number one contact for
Hmm.
Chris and you're not thinking about her once. How does that happen? You know? Like it's just to me that is like maybe they just wanted her to like just be a vocal point of the DLC if it's a Claire DLC. I kind of understand, but then again, like still, why is he not mentioning her once? Because like obviously like we still have this whole with like Chris having a message in the end where I think the message might involve Claire. Maybe Chris is the one taking care of Claire because she's infected and stuff, and he's
Maybe.
like trying to find a cure. So I feel like for the DLC we're either gonna play Chris trying to find a cure for Claire, or we play Claire and Chris is hunting after her. I just don't see a reason why Ada would be the DLC much, because I feel like she
Yeah.
is probably involved with the connection anyways because of her mercenaries job. And for the people who always say after 60 she stopped and she was a better person, no, she was not. She's a morally great character. She will always stay a morally great character. And she literally accepted the fucking next job after everything that happened in 6. And every single time people say she's a better person now because she helped Leon, she's not. She's never gonna be a better person. That's just like I like that she's a
Mm.
morally gray character because she is so controversial. She's a bitch. That's what she is, but in a good way, you know.
She's more of an anti-hero.
I just think it would be kind of sad if we get another Ada DLC. And every time I see people being like, "Oh, I hope it's a Claire DLC," then I see people like, "Oh, but Claire's gonna get the next remakes because Code Veronica is most likely the next one." I just
Mm.
and Ada just had a fucking DLC in Resident Evil 4 remake. That was the last game that came out. Like your argument is just weird.
I don't know about all that. I think they're just saving them for like future projects. Maybe they're probably saving them for like
Yep.
future films slash games, stuff like that.
Yep.
They've got a lot of stuff to pull from.
Yep.
Like 7, 8 were like brand new, and they like those were pretty good. So I'm looking forward to seeing when they come out next. I do need to play 7 now. I really want to play 7.
Well, I'm gonna do 8 after um yeah.
Why 8? Are you going backwards?
Yeah, probably. Most people said I should play 8.
I really liked 8. I liked 8 a lot. 8 was like the first one that I like played through multiple times and tried to get a lot of the stuff.
Honestly, I played through 8 once and I haven't even finished the DLC because it's on my boyfriend's account and we played it like once, but we didn't like it much. I watched my friend play through it again and I
Oh,
was
I didn't
like,
get to DLC.
I was like, I mean, it's fine, but I don't know.
The
But
reason I
yeah,
didn't get the DLC is the same reason I dread playing as Emily in Requiem. It's like a walking simulator. I hate that. Like, I really wish in New Game Plus or in future you had the option to skip the Emily uh parts. Like, just skip it entirely. I don't want to play as this fucking girl again. Like, I understand playing as Sherry in 2, like, when you play as Claire early on, I get that, but fuck me, like, it's so tedious. It's, like, purposely tedious for, like, "Oh, you're just a little girl, and you're scared, and there's monsters." It doesn't make sense. Like,
I'm skipping
is
it.
this Grace's memories?
No, okay. That's actually something I wanted to talk about. The clones
I was so
can't.
confused.
The clones cannot be Grace, because the clones were made in 1998, and Grace was born in 2002, I think.
There was multiple clones.
Yeah, but the clones were before Grace was. Grace was a baby in
Right.
2002, and the clones were there in 1998 when Raccoon City got bombed.
But when he goes through the slideshow, he goes through multiple
It's
different charts with
no
different
the
birthdays.
yeah, but you can see they date back to as far as 78, and Grace
Yeah,
was not born in 78. So either Grace is also a clone, and she isn't just a normal girl that
but there was
Spencer
multiple
found.
girls.
No, but people think that Emily and all the other clones are clones of Grace because they tried to get the Elpis recipe. No,
No, that's not
that's
what I'm
what he
talking about.
says.
I'm talking about it doesn't make sense to me if Grace is like just a normal kid who just got adopted by this guy.
But the clones,
Why does she have memories of like this fucking girl going
she
through this
doesn't.
like
No, 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 no,
nightmare
no, no, no. That's not her memories. That's him showing her a security video. And we just
of
play as
her?
the security video. No, it's not her. It's a clone of
No, no,
some girl.
no,
It's
no.
not Grace.
You cut me off. I was gonna ask. So it's a video of her going through like this underground like cemetery shit and then going
Yeah.
up
And
into
we
the
just
stuff.
play the video, kind of like in Resident Evil 7. We play the tapes.
So it's just you're experiencing the character and the other characters are seeing it through security footage.
Yes.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I
But
just
like
but
that's
then
what I
she has
mean.
like
That's what I mean. Who are the clones of? Because it's not it can't be a Grace clone.
they they probably like had like a first generation like kid or something and they just like cultured her. She's probably like they had like a bunch of fetuses and like orbs.
But
They
then
probably just
why?
got to test the viruses on
No,
them.
but that's the
Because
thing. They didn't want the girls to be infected. That's why they got rid of them as soon as the infection manifested.
yeah, they're probably trying to find a cure. They're probably trying to like genetically alter them to find cures.
No, that's the thing. No, 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 no. You're wrong. It's from the connection. The connection has some plot twist that we're still not aware of because the connection is brought up for the first time now. But it can't be made for a cure because, like I said, they get rid of them as soon as they manifest an infection that comes from cloning because the cloning is done using the T virus, similar to Tyrants. Then who are they
Okay.
cloning? Because they're not cloning Grace if she's just a normal child that spawned on Spencer's doorstep in 2002 when the clones date back to 78, 20 years before Grace was born.
Maybe they're trying to perfect cloning.
Yeah, but then what is the point? You know, there has to be a point.
What's the
Zeno is
point of making
also
a
a clone and
virus? I make
he's not
money.
infected, you know? No, but what is their plan behind it? They don't just clone a random child and be like, oh well, yeah, anyways. Like I understand like a lot of people thought I think so what they tried to do, right? Zeno made the like conclusion that you're gone. Midori's internet died for a second, so let me go back to the point, right? I was talking about why we all thought that they were clones of Grace. So basically, Zeno is the one showing her the security footage, right? Because his
Yeah.
conclusion, seeing the footage, was they tried to clone the girl, the Emily girl, to get the recipe for Elpis, to get like to
Yeah.
get their hands on Elpis. That was his conclusion to seeing the clones. It can't be though, because like we know, Grace was a normal girl that was put on Spencer's doorstep. He calls her the original.
Mm,
But Emily and Grace can't be genetically what is it called?
related.
Related, because like I said, Grace was born 20 years after the clones of Emily were made.
Mm.
So what is the purpose of the cloning? Why are the clones there? And here's my
I don't
theory.
know, man.
Here's my theory. There was two Wesker children. Alex Wesker, Albert Wesker. What if they cloned Alex Wesker to put her memories into the clones? Because that was the whole point, no? What if they did that and they cloned Wesker, Albert Wesker? Because if you look at the picture of the orphanage, there is a boy on the picture in a black
There was
shirt.
a boy,
There was a
therefore
boy.
not gay.
Here, wait, I sent you the picture so you can see it too. There is one boy in the back row in the black shirt. What if that's Zeno? What if they were cloning the Wesker children? Because that was two survivors of the progenitor virus, and
Oh,
they were aiming. Spencer is aiming for the superhuman race, so it makes
mhm.
sense to get the superhuman race to produce more superhumans. You
I have a
know?
question for you.
Yeah.
Are they all albino or something? Why do they have like gray hair?
That's honestly that's my theory as well. Because when I first saw Wesker, right, he has like light blue eyes, blonde hair, like everything blonde, like his eyebrows, eyelashes, everything, and pale skin. So I was always in the thing that it's either because genetic defects that can happen. It's like similar to when white cats are breeded. They get like genetic
Hmm.
defects, you know?
Yeah, like albinos, yeah.
No, white cats, like not albinos, just white cats. They get the genetic
Oh,
defects. Yeah, if they're breeded.
oh,
White
okay.
cats are more prone to genetic defects. Mine has one. She pukes every year. She pukes blood once. She's living with my mom now, but you know. Anyways, like
Sag.
I think it's either a genetic defect or they were just blunt.
That's see, that's the thing that I would fault Requiem for. It's the storytelling's a bit all over the place.
No, I feel like it's just because they want the connection stuff for the next game. I think a lot of open questions are being kept because of that, and the whole is Leon married or not thing is a distraction. So we don't
That's just
talk
fan
about the
theories,
other
honestly.
things. I mean, is he married? He said he's like bounded and he's coming home to someone, so it might very well be a family ring for Claire, Sherry, and him as well.
I mean, that's just like side stuff. I mean, like the main core of the game, like the story wise. I just don't like
You say that, but the fandom discussing that more than the Wesker children and the clones.
the fandoms were obsessed with his fucking biceps when he fucking opened the cabinet. What
And
do you mean?
they know that. That's why the whole wedding thing, in my opinion, is a distraction. 100% it's a distraction from like us asking too many questions about the other plot parts because they want to
Yeah, it's probably
explore
an
that in
Easter egg,
Resident Evil
but
10.
I'm talking about the main core story of the game, like in regards to the gameplay and like how you experience it, right? I'm really annoyed with how it sets you up for this like kinda like it sets you up for this narrative of Elpis is like his masterpiece virus. We need to stop it because Gideon wants it. Gideon is trying to complete Elpis, wherever it is. We don't know what it is. And you get to the end, and it's just like a 180 where it's like Elpis is the
It
cure.
makes sense
It's
though.
it kind of does in
It
hindsight, but
look
it just feels very wishy washy. It feels
no
like
look what
they
they're trying to do, right? They're trying to show us how because of the reputation Spencer had, his words were always taken to a certain context. And that's what they're trying to show us. Because both Zeno, watching the footage of the cloned girls, did a wrong conclusion based off of like what Spencer was going for, and Gideon did a wrong conclusion based on what he
yeah.
saw with the clones, you know, and what he saw from his master, and how he was talking about memory transfer, which was probably again because of Alex Wesker's research.
Don't they kind of retcon the guy? The guy in the wheelchair. What's his name?
Hmm?
He died in 6. What's the guy who made the virus? What's his name?
Who? Simmons?
The
Who
guy
are
the
you
guy
talking
who
about?
the guy in the wheelchair. The fucking
Spencer. Oswald
yeah.
Spencer.
Yeah, don't they like kind of retcon him? Because I've seen clips in like 6 where he's like evil and he's like
You mean
his
5?
fi- 5 or 6, I don't know.
It
It
was
like
5. In 5, Wesker confronts him. And
yeah,
he's
and
like, I wanted to become a god. And then
exactly.
Wesker kills him and says, like, that right is now mine. No, listen.
It feels like they
It's
retcon his
it's
whole
not
identity.
retconned. He is fucking 100 years old in that part. He's fucking 100. He's senile. He's gone. He has Alzheimer. He has everything. He might not even remember ever talking to Grace's mother. You know,
Mm,
we have to always put his age in perspective as well. He failed. He didn't become a god. He had health issues for years, and Alzheimer might just be one of them. That's also why he might say you're the one survivor of the Wesker kids. You know, the only survivor, even though there was two. It can all be
mm.
explained by his age and Alzheimer. Literally everything. He might not
I'm
even
not.
remember Albus in Resident Evil 5. Let's be honest, that bitch is old.
Yeah, it probably is just like
Yeah,
uh trying to like work around the canon.
yeah. Plus,
Yeah.
we get a RE5 remake anyways, and I feel like we're gonna get a lot of story changes. Because RE5 is a
Mm,
mess,
mm.
story wise.
I really enjoy Requiem more for the gameplay than the story. I think
I love the
you put the green thing
story.
again.
Ah, yeah, I'm sorry.
I think 4 had a better story. I enjoyed 4's story more, but I really like the gameplay with 9.
I think the story is just something I feel like they really went for because of the final puzzle. I really believe that um they were going more for the hidden story part. And again, a lot of things are explained in the FBI um contract.
Files?
Yeah, FBI
Yeah.
report.
Mm, mm, mm. What would you recommend I play next for RE games? 3 or 7?
3.
Yeah?
Finish the Raccoon City saga.
I feel like people say 3 remake is bad
No,
because it.
no, listen. 3 remake is bad in perspective to 3 original.
Mm,
Because they cut out a lot of things like Jill going to the RPD or the clock tower. 3 itself, remake, is not bad if you haven't played the original. You're gonna miss some
okay.
story parts, but you can just watch a YouTube video and catch up on them and you should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's more reassuring. I need to. Oh, I my next stream. I was thinking of doing Resident Evil, but I've been watching so much Crimson Desert gameplay. Why get Crimson
No,
Desert?
don't get Grims that you don't have time for this, bro. I'm already seeing it. Next week you're gonna tell me I'm 50 hours in, I don't want to play it anymore. Please just finish a game series first before you
What do
start
you
a
mean
long
finish a game
one.
series? I finished 4. I played 9.
Yeah,
I
and you
fucking
skipped 3. 3 is the shortest one. Just play it. It's 5 hours.
I played 4 because I wanted to play as Leon.
Yeah. Now play 3. So you play Jill. And then 5. And then 6.
Oh, don't make me play all of them, Eris.
You have to play all of them.
Oh no! Because
It will
here's the
answer
thing,
some
right?
questions that you see as plot holes.
Here's the thing, right? If I force myself to play them, I'm not gonna enjoy them. Because when I played 9, I was like, before I played 9, I was excited to play 9 because I liked 8. I wanted to try 4. I had it installed, but I never touched it. So I bought like 5 and 6 and 7 to play those when I played the other ones. But I didn't want to do it in one go because then I get really burnt out. So my plan was to like tackle them at my own pace, which is what I'm doing. I've played 2 games already. I'm doing a casual play run of 2, uh, like off stream. I've I'm doing my second run of as Leon. I
Listen,
got the original Resident Evil 2 model skins It just looks so goofy with fucking polygon ass model shooting fucking a gun. But yeah, Crimson Desert just looks really fun. It looks like my kind of game. I just really want to immerse myself in an open world. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
I just know like 40 hours in you're gonna stop playing it. And it will be
Why?
collecting dust. Cause it's you, bro. You're gonna be like, oh,
Okay.
I don't want to play the
Okay.
game
Okay.
anymore.
Okay. Here's my exhibit A. Red Dead Redemption 2. I've played it like 3 times. The Witcher 3. I've played that multiple times. Both of them I have over 200 hours in on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Valheim. I have 600 hours in that game. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I can play games for a long time when I'm into it.
But it's also $70. What if you're not into it?
I'll get the most out of it. I didn't
I'm
know I
just
was gonna like
saying.
Requiem, and I bought that full price. I bought the deluxe edition.
Yeah, and Requiem is fun as fuck.
Yeah, so maybe I'll have a
And
really
it's a
good time with
fast
it.
game. You can finish it in like 10 hours. I'm just saying, Crimson Desert, the main story alone is like 100 hours. And with
Yeah,
side
but
quests, it's gonna be like 400, 300 hours.
e-
And the
every single
puzzles,
person.
they not explain anything to you.
I love
Nothing.
Breath of the Wild and Kingdom, like Tears of the
Yeah, but
Kingdom. I love
all
those
of these
games.
games explain the puzzles to you. In
No, they
Crimson
don't.
Desert, you just walk around, you randomly find something, and it might as well be a puzzle. You don't know.
That's the shit I live for. I live for that shit. I love that kind of stuff in open worlds. I love exploring. That's why I love play things like Valheim and like Tears of the Kingdom. They were so fun just to explore and like find things. I've heard everyone say Crimson Desert doesn't have a good story, but I'm okay with that. I'll just play it for like just to get items, and then I'll just walk around do shit. In Red Dead Redemption 2, I spent so much time hunting just to fill out the fucking uh checklist of all these fucking different animals to hunt because I didn't have to. There's no achievement. I just really liked it because I get to go around and fucking do shit. And then you encounter fucking shit in that wild, like random people and events. I like that shit.
Hmm.
Also, you can get mech and you can fly. And there's a fucking dragon. You can fly a dragon, and it has like mech armor that like does a fucking like transformation animation where it equips armor. It looks so fucking cool.
I mean, go for it.
Yeah, I think I'll buy it. I think I will when I get paid again. I'm gonna buy it. But in the meantime, I'm gonna try probably doing free Resident Evil 3.
Hmm.
What else is there to talk about Requiem?
I think we got pretty much everything.
Yeah. Would you recommend Requiem?
Yes. But
Yeah, I would too.
I would say play all the other Resident Evils beforehand. Cause
What?
like you said, yeah, no, at least the ones that like no, actually all of them kind of matter. Maybe not 6. You can skip 6, guys. But
I would
I would
say
play all of the other ones cuz like your opinion, for example, earlier you said there's too many plot holes. There really isn't any plot holes. They're like all explained in the other games. Except for maybe the what happened to the other survivors stuff. That one is a big plot hole, but yeah.
mhm.
All the other stuff is explained in all the other ones.
I don't know, like if you have to play 8+ games to get a full like
Of
understanding of the
course you have.
story,
It's a fucking game series. Of course you have to play the games
but
beforehand.
you don't have to play the previous games to enjoy 7 and 8.
Well, yeah, they tried to like give it a new story, of course, but like it failed for a reason. People said it was not Resident Evil for a reason.
People love those games. What are you talking about?
They
They didn't
love
fail.
them, but they're not Resident Evil. Every single person you
They are
ask
absolutely
if
Resident
they
Evil.
love Resident Evil 7, yes, is it a Resident Evil game? No, it's not connected to the story. That's why most people don't like the story of Resident Evil
I
7 and
think
8.
I think 7 is a breath of fresh air in the series.
You haven't played 5, 6, and 3 yet, bro. You fucking opinions only for 2
Your
games. 2
opinions don't
fucking
matter.
games. You're LARPing. You're
I'm
LARPing.
not LARPing.
You
I
are
have my own experiences.
LARPing.
Listen, fangirl. Listen, Wesker's little kitten. Oh, my recording ran out of space.
Well, mine is still
Whoops.
going, so don't worry.
Anyway, listen, fucking Wesker's biggest fangirl. Not everyone can be a die-hard fan of the series. Some of us, have different experiences with the franchise. Like we were talking about the films earlier, and like people, here's the thing: I experienced the films before the games, and the films have fucking nothing to do with the games at all. They just use the fucking names and that's it. They make no fucking sense. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't.
I rewatched the first one recently. That shit,
I
it made me fall
okay.
asleep.
No, I my opinion, right? The first two
Right.
movies make a lot of sense. They make a lot of sense if you played RE1, um, and 2 and 3. They make a lot of sense because they're basically just that story, but with
Is
her as
is
the main
is
character.
is the first film the same as the game?
No, but it takes aspects from RE1 and RE2.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's a funny thing, right? I think Resident Evil 1 is exactly the same pretty much as the Doom film.
I didn't watch the Doom film. I can't give my opinion
Oh,
on that.
it's it's so good. It's basically the same as the Resident Evil film. A bunch of like guys in like all these military dudes with big guns. They go into this like secure lab facility. There's no one's around. They're like trying to figure out what the fuck happened. They've got a civilian with them, and then all shit breaks loose when like the dead start appearing and monsters appear. There's a fucking awesome scene where you get a first person shot of a guy running around shooting demons. It's so cool, and then it ends with a monster fight.
Hmm.
I recommend the first Doom film. The second one, you can't find that shit anywhere because it's so bad. But yeah, the Resident Evil films. I remember watching a YouTube video about a guy talking about how they every ending for the film got retcons by the next film.
Yeah,
they just
kind of.
they kept like changing their minds of what they want to do, and they just kept like changing shit.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like I think was it the first movie ends with her walking through Raccoon City, right? But then I think the
yeah.
second is like her waking up in a lab again. Also, crazy thing, I watched it in a Discord with some friends, right?
Hmm.
And the one guy was like, "There's not a single Resident Evil movie where that bitch doesn't wake up naked somewhere." And I was like, "Oh my god, you're so
Oh my
right!
god,
She's
yes.
naked in every single movie."
She she was showing so much side boob in that first film when she woke up in that shower. I was like, God damn, the 90s hit different.
Was it 90s? Wasn't that 2000s?
Resident Evil.
Wasn't
Oh
that
yeah, it was probably
2001?
Resident Evil film. It came out 2002.
See? It was made in
Okay,
2001, came out 2002.
but it was probably filmed in the late 90s.
No. Do you really think they filmed that movie for 3 years?
German studio bought the rights to adapt the series to live action in January 1997. In 2000 was announced as a writer and director.
Mm-hmm.
Anderson continued as a writer and producer for Apocalypse 2004.
It was 2000.
Oh my god, there's so many fucking
They
films.
made that in 2000. They just got the license earlier. Because I think it was made by Constantine Film. And they like to buy licenses. They also got the Far Cry license and made like a really bad Far Cry movie.
Apparently, there's another one set to come out September this year.
Yeah, the guy that makes it says he really loves Resident Evil and he's gonna follow the
Zach Kreger.
main plot line, but he literally is not gonna include a single character a part of the Resident Evil universe. We instead walk along with a guy who's like carrying around packages, so Death Stranding.
Uber Eats.
Hmm?
Resident Eats.
Yeah.
Did you know they got rebooted in 2021?
What?
The film series Resident Evil. There's a film called Resident Evil: Welcome
Oh.
to Raccoon
Oh,
City.
don't even. No. Stop it
I've
right
never
here. The
I've
Albert
never
Wesker
heard of this.
series and the fucking Welcome to Raccoon City. Never touch that shit. That shit is trash. Put it in a fucking bin. Look up Albert Wesker Netflix series. Look what Wesker looks like. He has 2 daughters in that movie. Just for
Oh yeah,
reference,
that
why it's
one.
shit. And
I've
the
seen that.
Welcome to Raccoon City movie is again like something that like just throws together everything. Like for example, Wesker calls the Stars people to a meeting and suddenly this.
Hello.
Sorry, my PC like.
I was
Am I
gonna
back?
say you sound so robotic. Yeah, I hear you.
And
You
suddenly
got so
Leon,
angry your PC like died.
like, let me start from the beginning so I can cut it together. So Albert Wesker calls the Stars unit for a meeting, and suddenly Leon S. Kennedy stands in the door, and they're like, "Fuck you, Leon! What are you doing here?" They like insult Leon the whole time, treat him like a dumb little piece of shit. That's the movie. There's only one good scene, and it's a scene
Resident
where Chris
Evil.
is like, "I've dreamed of of dying in Albert Wesker's big arms." That's my
The
favorite
fuck?
scene.
I'm trying to find. I don't remember Leon being in the Netflix series.
No, Leon is
Or are you
not
talking
in the
about the
Albert
film?
Wesker series. I said in the Raccoon City. Welcome to Raccoon
Ah, I
City.
misheard. I misheard you.
Yeah.
So, controversial take. I kind of liked the Resident Evil TV show, but I didn't like it because it wasn't evil. I kind
The
of
Albert
liked it
Wesker
just
one?
because, yeah, just because it was a stupid like zombie film. It had some good moments, but it's very forgetful. It felt more like a parody of The Walking Dead than a Resident Evil film.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
There were 6 Resident Evil films, not including the reboot and the new one coming out. There is Resident Evil, Apocalypse, Extinction, Afterlife, Retribution, and the final chapter.
Yeah.
Which one was it where she had a bunch of clones that did the Matrix fucking shooting down the hallway and like were killing a bunch of
I
people?
think that was the 4th Resident Evil movie.
That was so fucking weird. I don't know what they were. It
Everything
felt
about
like
the last few ones were weird. I mean, Wesker dies because his foot is chopped off. He survives a helicopter crash, but God forbid his foot got chopped off. God
what's
forbid.
what's the one where they're stranded on the White House, surrounded by a fucking horde of
I
zombies,
think that's
and she had
the
like
end of Apocalypse, if I'm not mistaken.
didn't she have like shotgun like coin shots?
Yeah, I think so.
Resident Evil uh Apocalypse. Also, I remember there was a guy with a giant hammer.
Yeah, it's the one from Resident Evil 5. That was in the one where she meets Chris Redfield and Claire Redfield, and they go to Wesker for the first time. I think that was the third or 4th movie.
No, wait, Apocalypse is the one with Nemesis.
That's the second one.
Yeah. So in order is Apocalypse second, Extension third, Afterlife fourth, Retribution 5, and then Final Chapter 6.
Right, there was 6 movies. The clone one was the one before the last, I think. And the
Uh,
the one with the White House must be the 4th movie then,
White House Battle.
because that's the one. No, wait. Yeah, the 5th is the 5th, the one with Ada and the simulation, because that one was peak as well. Like them going into the simulation of Raccoon City, that was peak.
Bro, I need you to see this picture of Wesker. It's the scoopiest shit I've ever seen. Look at this shit. He looks like a fucking douche.
He's just sitting.
It's just him sitting behind a desk looking really menacing and also really short. Oh, can you please put the picture up on the screen so people can
I
see what
will
I'm talking
forget.
about?
I will forget. Listen
Oh,
to
I will.
podcasts. People aren't meant to see. They're just meant to listen.
People can watch podcasts.
No,
Why
most
else
of
do I
my
have big anime
bro,
titties?
why would I put a podcast? I listen to a podcast because I'm doing something and I need background noises. No one
When
is
I listen
watching
to
podcasts.
when I listen to Trash Taste, I love to look at the video when they explain something and
Yeah,
they
because
give
there's a lot
visual.
happening, but we're just two anime girls standing here.
Yas Queen. Oh my god, Leon's in this too.
Okay, stop googling now.
I'm
It's
sorry, it's relevant to the conversation.
yeah, but oh my god.
Anyway, the films kind of suck, but they're like fun's bad. You know what I mean?
Sorry, you were lagging. What?
The films suck, but they suck in a like way.
You've lagged
I
again.
don't.
You lagged again, bro.
La 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 la
Yeah, you're still lagging.
la 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 la.
I think we should like start wrapping it up because you're cutting out.
Am I still lagging?
No, now you're fine. Let's wrap this up so you don't.
Yes. I'm dying.
Yeah.
Seven. 7 more minutes so I can give you.
Um. Yeah. Oh, where were we?
Final thoughts about Resident Evil, Requiem?
We already did final thoughts about Requiem. We should do final thoughts about the whole series.
I think Resident Evil is not for everyone. It's very hard to recommend Resident Evil to people if they don't like have particular tastes. But if you like, if you can find some things you like about it, you can ignore other things you don't like. I think it's very flexible in that kind of way.
I Okay, I disagree. I think Resident Evil is a very beginner friendly game franchise, especially because you can mix and match the games the way you want to play them. It's still important to play all the games. Maybe 6 isn't as important, it doesn't really add anything to the story. Maybe not, 6, only Sherry and Jake are really important, I guess. And maybe if you want some backstory on Chris, then Chris' story is also important. But overall, I would say Resident Evil is a very friendly. I mean, my first movie I watched when I was 12 was the one with Nemesis, and I love
Yeah,
the
but the
game
films don't
series.
relate to the games.
They're still the content of the game, you know? There's still a Nemesis, there's still a Claire, there's still a Jill, you know? Like it's
Yeah, I
still
guess so.
relevant to
It's
the
like,
games. And like because I watched the movies when I was 12, I relatively early watched like let's plays of Resident Evil. And even as a child I always wanted to
mm,
play the games and I feel like it's a very nice franchise to get into. Of course, if you don't like horror, then you'll probably not have as much of a nice time. That's always the case, but if you enjoy horror and action, I feel like, which the majority of gamers probably like action a lot, um, I feel like it's a very beginner friendly franchise, especially also because the story isn't as complicated. Most of the time, it's very straightforward. And it isn't expensive too, because whenever there's a Capcom sale, you can get like the whole series for like what, $80? Not including
yeah, I
Requiem,
did that.
because Requiem only just came out. It's
Brand new.
obviously gonna be expensive for a little longer,
hmm
probably like half another year, and then it's gonna be like
I
$30.
got, I got 7 with all the DLCs on sale for like 80% off.
Yeah, I got the whole series for €60. I got
Nice.
every single game for €60.
God damn.
And if you wanna start with one, then you might have to like if you wanna start with one and you don't like fixed camera angles, then wait another few years because they're gonna remake Zero, Code Veronica, and 1 next, most likely.
Start with 2 remake.
So you what?
Start with 2 remake.
Yeah.
If you're a new fan of the series, go to 2 remake, play that. If you like it, hit 3 and 4 up. If you like those, then maybe skip to 7
I
and 8.
think you should still try playing 1. Like if you already know 100% you don't like fixed camera, then yes, go to 2. If you're not
hmm
sure if you will like it, grab the game on sale. I think I got Resident Evil 1 for €2. Like it's
Mm,
nothing.
mm.
You just grab the game,
Yeah,
try it out. If you don't like it, then you just wasted €2, you know? You didn't waste like in a
true, yeah.
fortune.
I got on sale as well.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Resident Evil created Devil May Cry because Devil May Cry 1 is a clone of Resident Evil. Like fixed camera angles and even like the main characters, like very similar to another character. I think like Devil May Cry came about because they were working on Resident Evil and then they wanted to make it, but then they changed their mind and they just created a new game instead. So now Devil May Cry exists.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really cool fact. All right, I think we're all done for that about
Yeah.
Resident Evil talk.
Yep.
Yes. Thank you so much, Wesker's little kitten, for that in-depth explanation about lore. That's not a joke, by the way. Her fucking username is like Wesker's little fucking elf.
Yeah, because of Dead by Daylight. I
Mm.
usually play Astree, who is an elf.
Ah, yes, yes. But that's
Yeah.
all for today. Uh, thanks for listening. I'm Midori. You can follow me on my socials, and Eris Mothfire is right here. You can follow her on her socials, which are probably on screen if Eris is not lazy enough.
They're probably not on screen, but they're always in the description box.
If you need those assets, you can hit me up and I'll send them to you. But yeah, they'll be in the link regardless. The bios, the fucking what's it called?
Description.
Yes, I couldn't think of the word.
I just said it too, like a second ago.
Anyway, thanks so much for listening. Hope
Yeah.
you have a good day.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.